You did everything right. You studied, worked hard, stayed disciplined, and kept pushing forward. You followed the path that was supposed to lead somewhere meaningful. And yet, it still feels like it's never enough. Like no matter how much you achieve, there's always something missing. Another level, another goal, another expectation waiting for you. So what if the problem isn't you? What if the problem is the system that defines what success even means? Because something subtle but powerful has changed over the past few decades, and most people didn't even notice it happening. The world has been quietly optimized around one idea: growth. More production, more consumption, more activity. On the surface, that sounds like progress. But there's a hidden limitation. These systems measure output, not well-being. They track what is being produced and consumed, but not whether people feel fulfilled, connected, or mentally at peace. At the same time, companies began focusing on consistent financial returns. And that changes everything. Because a system built on continuous returns performs best when people are always active, always consuming, always chasing something just out of reach. Not when they are satisfied. There's no conspiracy behind this. Just incentives shaping behavior at scale. And over time, those incentives have slowly rewritten what success looks like. Not long ago, success meant stability, a steady job, a predictable income, a home you owned, a future you could understand. Today, that model has been replaced with something that sounds better. Now we call it flexibility. Flexible work, flexible income, flexible lifestyles. But if you look closer, flexibility often means uncertainty. It means the risks that once belonged to institutions now belong to you. Your career is no longer a straight path. It's a constant adjustment. Your income is no longer stable. It's something you rebuild again and again. And your sense of security depends on how long you can keep up. This shift didn't happen by accident. A system built for efficiency benefits from people who are adaptable, even if that comes at the cost of long-term stability. At the same time, another transformation is happening. Ownership is fading. You don't own your music anymore. You stream it. You don't own movies. You subscribe. Software, tools, and services are all becoming access-based. It's marketed as freedom. No commitments. No burdens. But there's a trade-off. Before, you paid once and it was yours. Now, you pay continuously just to keep access, which creates a different kind of dependency. Because the moment you stop paying, everything disappears. Your tools, your content, even parts of your routine. So instead of building ownership, you're maintaining access. And that requires one thing: consistent income. Now here's where the disconnect becomes clear. The system encourages you to measure your life using numbers. Income, productivity, followers, performance. But think about your most meaningful moments. Were they numbers? Or were they something else entirely? A conversation that stayed with you. A moment of calm. A sense of progress. A real connection. Fulfillment comes from things that are difficult to measure. Relationships, autonomy, purpose. But those things don't drive constant economic activity. So they aren't prioritized. And that creates a gap between what you're told to pursue and what actually makes life feel meaningful. That's why someone can appear successful on paper and still feel empty. Because they're playing a game where the scoreboard doesn't reflect what truly matters. So what do you do with this? You don't need to reject the system. You just need to see it clearly. Start asking better questions. What is this optimizing for? Who benefits from the way you spend your time? Are you building something you own, or just maintaining access? Are you choosing this, or drifting into it? Because awareness creates distance, and distance creates choice. The system won't tell you to slow down, because a person who is truly satisfied is harder to predict and harder to monetize. But the moment you understand the game, you stop playing on autopilot. And maybe, for the first time, you define success on your own terms.